Speculations are running rife in India that the country may strike a deal with Russia to make Russia's fifth generation fighter jet SU57 in India. As per newspaper reports, an agreement to this extent is likely to be signed during the visit of Russian President Vladimir Putin to India next month, that is December. Reports say the public sector Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, which makes Su-30 MKI, is expected to make Su-57 also. Already a team of Russian engineers have visited the facilities of HAL in Nasik in Maharashtra, then in Odisha where engines of Su-30 MKI are built, and another facility in Kasargod in Kerala where electronic components are made. But at the same time, there are many people in India who raise several doubts. Some newspapers have carried reports asking why India, which withdrew from fifth generation fighter aircraft project signed with Russia, is returning to that. Initially, when Su-57 was planned, it was expected that India would chip in and India would also fund. But later, India withdrew from the project, arguably citing reasons that the cost was very high. Then there was another allegation that Su-57 lacked enough stealth quality. So there are people who raise the doubt that against that backdrop, how could New Delhi return to buy the project? So this is the situation. But many people who welcome the move say, anyway, India wants fighter jets. India's total number of fighter jet squadrons are now down to around 77, whereas it was earlier expected that India would have or should have 42 squadrons. So this is the situation. India, nobody else is willing to sell a fifth generation aircraft to India. So in that context, this is the Hobson's choice. This is the current reality. So India has to, be reconciled to the realities. That is what certain people say. Anyway, let us examine the pros and cons of this purchase, if it really happens. And is there any other choice for India? Let's take a closer look into the whole issue. Welcome to Insights. I am Hari Kumar. Let me start with the whole proposal or the whole speculation that is, or widespread speculation. Now, newspapers are saying that India has almost finalized the deal. But at the same time, I saw an interview of India's Defense Minister Rajnath Singh yesterday, where he refused to make any commitment. He didn't confirm, but at the same time, I noticed that he didn't dismiss the reports outrightly also. So there is some truth in the reports. Now, Su-57 is, as I said, is the only fifth generation fighter jet which is available to India. You look at the other fifth generation fighter jet. The US has, F-35 Lightning, then F-22 Raptor is there. China has got, or China claimed to have a fifth generation fighter jet in J-10C. They are going to build another one, J-20, or J-20 is maybe also fifth generation. J-35 is coming. But I think the only real fifth generation fighter jet, real stealth fighter jet as a majority of people accept, is F-35 and F-22. And it's not easy for India to buy fifth generation fighter jets. But at the same time, many people are now raising doubts whether F-35 possess those qualities as claimed by the United States. Recently, India's air command and control system was able to detect, track, and force an arguably force an F-35 fighter jet, which was part of British Navy, to land at Thiruvananthapuram. Actually, they say they requested India to allow the fighter jet to land at Thiruvananthapuram because of certain glitches or inclement weather. We don't know about that. And it continued to stay put there for around a month. So many claims of F-35 seem to be exaggerated. For example, Iran claims to have shot down 3 F-35 fighter jets, but I'm sure that maybe a bit claims may be a bit exaggerated, but at the same time they might have shot down at least one aircraft. China seems to have tracked and repulsed F-35, making sorties over South China Sea a couple of times. So this is not a great thing as it was projected to be. That is the situation. Now, if F-35 is like that, I don't think it is a foolish decision to go for SU-57. Maybe SU-57 may be lacking that level of stealth as F-35 has. But at the same time, they have got certain advantages also. For example, SU-57 has got it's a twin engine fighter. Both engines, have a thrust of 142 kilonewton. These engines are made by NPT Saturn, the Saturn AL41F1 engines. They definitely, SU-57 has more thrust than F-35, which is a single engine fighter jet with a White and Pratney engine, which has got a thrust of around 192 kilonewton, that single engine. But on the other hand, if you look at the SU-57, it has got two engines, both having a thrust of 142 kilonewton with afterburners. The other is also, F-35's 192 kilonewton thrust is also with the help of afterburners. So that's the situation. Now, when it comes to the internal weapons bay, actually SU-57 can carry more weapons than F-35. If you look at the weight of the weapons that an SU-57 can carry, it comes to around 4 tons, while on the other hand, an F-35 can carry only 2,400 kilograms of weapons. That means 2.4 tons. The other SU-57 can carry 4 tons. Definitely the internal weapons bay is bigger. That is another fact. When it comes to speed, definitely F-35 is no match for SU-57. SU-57 has a speed of around 2 Mach 2, but when it comes to F-35, that is simply max 1.6. So definitely on that count, SU-57 is better. Both have got AESA radars, then maybe beyond visual range missiles. Everything is there. Both have. When it comes to SU-57, it has R-37 beyond visual BVR missiles with a range of over 300 kilometers, which I think is the longest range. Then it has got Kinshal hypersonic missile. Definitely F-35 doesn't have a hypersonic missile. US is yet to master hypersonic technology. So this is the situation. So when it comes to a standoff fight, today's aircrafts rely on standoff weapons. In that case, I think SU-57 has definitely got an advantage over F-35. So this is simply not a toy plane. SU-57 is worth its money. This is what I feel. So definitely it makes sense for India to purchase SU-57. And considering the fact that Indian Air Force has got only 27 squadrons in place of 42 which it really needs, definitely this is the best option. And Russia has promised total technology transfer to India. If India is getting that technology, then why say no? The Russians are willing to give even source code also. This is, an exceptional offer. India bought Rafale fighter jets from France, and France is unwilling to give, source code to India. If India gets source code, it means it can sink in weapons made in India on this plane. So this is a great offer. It cannot be just simply dismissed prima facie. Finally, I will conclude with a cost analysis when it comes to SU57. The cost may be at the most 40 million US dollar per piece, whereas for F-35 the cost comes to around 120 million dollar per plane. So definitely there is a huge advantage cost wise. You can even buy more than two SU57s with the cost of buying one F-35. On all counts, I think it is a reasonable offer. And another great thing is that now they are going to improve this aircraft. Now they are going to, make it operate with artificial intelligence, incorporate artificial intelligence in this fighter jet. Then they have actually made a new engine in place of Saturn AL 41 F1. So if they are going to fit this aircraft with a fifth generation more stealth engine, things are going to change. So definitely I think it makes immense sense for India to buy SU57. Meet you with updates. Till then, goodbye.